So the new Saints Row game is out, and although I've not finished the game yet, I have spent quite a bit of time playing it. And one of the first things I've noticed, kind of through my time playing it, has just been the amount that they've censored or like gone out their way to not offend people compared to the previous Saints Row games, and it's kind of got me worried. I understand that in 2022 it's much easier to offend someone than it used to be, and you know, we have entire generations of people raised on South Park that cannot take a joke. And I'm not saying that they should be going out the way making like racial stereotypes and stuff like that, but they've taken away all the kind of fun and silliness from the game. Saints Row 3, for example, you had your big purple bat, your big purple dildo bat, and you could knock people out. San Andreas even had weapons that were similar, and here we are now in 2022, and Saints Row's just gone really, really bland. Like, it's unwilling to upset anybody. A prime example would be, instead of referring to the fast food joint as Freckle Bitches like it was in the previous games, it's now referred to as FB. And I understand that, you know, that humour's not for everybody and stuff, but I'm struggling to find out who Saints Row is for at this point. Like, it's a cool game and all that, like, I've enjoyed the time I'm spending there, but why are we censoring it so much to try and remove all the kind of obscure and obscene things that we normally get in these kind of games? It's got me kind of worried, because GTA 6 is obviously in development at the moment. What if GTA 6 does the same? They have already mentioned that they're not going to be taking, like, they're going to be changing the way that they do their comedy. They're not going to be punching down. They're not going to be doing all this. The launch of GTA on GTA when it came to the Xbox Series S and X and the PS5 removed some of the more marginalized groups from the NPC pool to obviously help combat people's, let's just call it, disgusting behavior that they'll do online. And I understand that to an extent, but who's deeming what's appropriate to joke about and what's not in a very, very adult orientated game? Saints Row basically made its entire mark by being silly and being over the top. The idea of walking around, and Saints Row 3 had a gun where you could fire, and it fired meat chunks, and sharks would jump out the floor and eat people. And I get, again, that's not for everyone, but that was the identity that they'd created for themselves. That's what separated them from GTA. Now what we've got is kind of a shallow GTA clone, similar to Saints Row 1, but it's not even willing to offend anyone. So we've reached this kind of like really, really stagnant point in gaming. We've seen it in films previously where they've just gone more and more into what's described as woke ideology, and it doesn't really matter where you sit on the fence on, you know, where you view these different opinions. The question really comes down to, like, where's it gone, and will we see it kind of come back? Some jokes are going to offend people, but that's not a problem. You're allowed to be offended. You choose what offends you, and you choose how you respond to that. So yeah, okay, I understand that maybe, you know, removing NPCs from marginalized groups so that they can't be abused online makes perfect sense, but at the same time, the removal of things like the dildo bat that you could hit people with and other weapons like that from Saints Row, which was notoriously kind of tongue-in-cheek and silly, it just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, this is just my take, obviously. If you guys got anything to say about it, hit the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this content, hit sub, blah blah blah, same usual stuff. Yeah, until then, I've been Peeve, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.